be chilling tonight. I need to feel tonight, man. Hey, man, where my radio, man? Yeah, let's go. I need you to turn that up. Damn it, tonight. Turn on the radio. You and I turn on the radio. Yeah, yeah.
Pull the way up like we in a club. Fly flashy, grown classy, so turn to the dub. Saturday mornings, no walk of shame, we fresh up. 950 lounge, that's my guilty pleasure. I don't miss my favorite show, I put everything on hold. Work the baby, even the babysitter know. When 950 come on, don't bother. I'm locked in 10 to 1, no problem. Turn on the radio. You and I turn on the radio. Yeah.
Big shout out to her and my man Jay Gutter. But question of the day, we have a young lady that we had the pleasure of meeting, or I had the pleasure of meeting Monday. I didn't even know she worked at our famous location, Casa. And we started to talk, and she's a phenomenal writer, and she's got a book coming out next year. And she's here for question of the day. A little nervous, but we're going to shake that off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 9 Lounge and question of the day, the lovely Danae. How are you, darling?
Hi, Danae.
You're so petty.
You nervous?
Yeah, I'm not nervous.
Are you nervous?
Yes, I'm very nervous.
We're going to pluck you. Don't worry about it.
I do like green eggs and ham.
Now, again, you're from today's weather, as you know, here in New York. For those listening to other places, it's snowing here in New York. But you're from a place that snow is no big deal. You're from Canada. Talk about your migration to New York and why you decided to relocate here.
So I'm originally from Toronto, and I think Toronto just stopped feeling a little bit like home. I think, where you're born and raised is not necessarily where you should stay for the rest of your life. So I came to New York. I started visiting. I was here almost every weekend for 2 years.
You must have had a great mileage on your car.
Yeah. And those 8-hour drives are pretty bad. So I said,
Enough's enough.
Yeah. I'm spending enough money, so I might as well just spend that money on rent.
Right.
And live here.
Now, you're also an accomplished writer. You have some publishings coming out in 2018. Talk about the writing and how you got started with that.
I've always written. My mom has her master's in English and she didn't push it on me, but, she gave way to that path.
Right,
and then, so I started doing spoken word when I was 16 and fell in love with it. And so I've always done it from there.
Fantastic. So by making the move from Toronto to New York, and I know we talked about this at your place of business, what has been some of the changes? Obviously, being a visitor to being a resident is two different forms. Talk about being a resident.
Oh, it gets a little bit lonely.
Really?
Yeah, very lonely, actually.
How lonely?
It's
a bit lonely.
I think just not having your friends and your family here and having to create new relationships and solid relationships with people that you don't know anything about is difficult, and it can become very lonely, especially during the holidays. I know Christmas is coming up and the New Year, and so that's especially difficult for people who...
Are you going to go back home?
Yeah, only for a few days, and then I come right back.
But you know the drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, very well.
Yeah.
So how long you been in New York so far?
8 hours.
Since July, mid-July.
Oh, okay. So just newly came up.
Yeah.
You're a newbie.
Yes.
Now, being a new resident, not just to resident to this city, but to this country, are you involved in a relationship, or have that carried over yet into your new adventures here in New York?
You're making her nervous again.
on the spot.
I'm getting nervous.
That's what we do here.
So we do.
How do you find the dating scene?
No, I have to ask her for the question. So this is very important.
So leaving Toronto, I was newly out of a relationship, and I came out here. I started dating out here. It's extremely difficult. The dynamic of I find males in New York are completely different than the ones that I've grown to understand in Toronto. So that's especially difficult because especially even the women dynamic to the male dynamic in New York is completely different than what I'm used to.
Right.
Women out here are a little bit more aggressive and not necessarily in a bad way. I think they have to be. So
My cousin probably fits that mold.
100%.
Absolutely. I don't
I can say
Carries my own
1,000%.
bow and arrow. Come here, boy.
1,000%. That's 1,000% right there.
Yes, all the time.
1,000%.
So with that being said, question of the day, presented by That Splash Mag. Question of the day number 2, we have one earlier. Number 2 is habits that 10 habits that let you meet men or women, or unless you like meeting women. I don't know. It's 2017. But 10 habits that help you meet men or women. You ready?
okay.
Okay. The first one is plan your weekend of social activities midweek. Regardless of whatever proactive habits you have, meeting people requires you to get out into the world once in a while. When you do, it's better to go out with friends than go out by yourself. Danae, you agree with that? Planning your activities in advance.
Yes and no, simply because sometimes, spontaneity is best, right? So, always.
Depends.
I mean, well, yeah, but at the same time, somebody can hit you up and be like, hey, do you want to go to the museum or you want to go to an art gallery out in Brooklyn? And
Yeah,
if
you
you
from
already
Canada,
have,
all right, and we ain't calling you for that.
Yeah, rodeo has no culture whatsoever.
if you already have made plans midweek, you could miss out on something a lot better.
Classic, you're a guy who, your weekdays are kind of pretty much bombarded
ain't
by other
calling
things.
nobody for that
But is it
either.
important to make plans, social plans midweek with friends?
I honestly do have to make social plans midweek because my weekends are completely
You're
bombarded. I normally do get booked like this weekend, crazy. So yes, I do make plans midweek so I can, plan everything out.
What about you, Sapphire? Your thoughts on planning social activities midweek?
Yeah, you got to plan with me. I used to be spontaneous, but I really respect time. So spontaneity is kind of out the window for me. So yes, planning. I have to have planned time now.
Rhoda, you make plans and then they just forget, they go by the wayside anyway? Or
He makes plans
the thing
according
is
to the
that
television
I
guy.
know. The thing is that I make plans a lot of times. You make plans, and then when the plans go wrong, the opposite direction, sometimes you're like, oh man,
So you just
all
live
that
moment.
that I did, all that cleaning up I did, and decide the elevator's not working. What's up with
Wait,
that?
hold on. You plan yourself to the television guy. Let's all be honest.
There's no
TV guy
There's no TV
plans
guy.
your
They
life.
don't sell TV guys. No,
No, the guy on
The
the
guy,
cable
the TV guy on the cable.
they do it.
Oh, Family
You
Feud
don't
on
know.
4 hours?
Don't stop. Don't act like you don't
He don't
know.
need a guy. All he
Nah.
knows is from 8 to 10.
Nah. What's 8 to 10?
Love and hip hop.
I don't watch
You
Love and
probably
Hip
watch
Hop. No
Black
more.
Ink. You probably watch Atlanta Housewives too.
You watch the Housewives, yeah.
You know he watches
smiling,
Housewives.
so you already know
that. Got no
You can't say you don't know he
It's
watches
all of
Housewives.
them.
I got no choice.
All of them.
My significant other watch the TV with me. You ever been with somebody that watch the TV with you?
They're
and you
about to
gotta
watch the
TV?
Brady show in a minute.
Bobby and Whitney was his favorite, rest of the soul. Let's move on.
That was a good show.
I know it was.
Being Bobby Brown.
Even though the theme music. Let's move on. We're talking habits that help you meet men or women. Sign up for classes. Whether you're pursuing a degree, going to classes because they'll help you with your career, you're just interested in learning something new or developing a new skill, takes a class to give you unparalleled opportunity for social interaction. Taking a food class or a cooking class or a painting class. Your thoughts, Danae? Is that a great way to meet men
Yeah.
or women?
I mean, well, yes. I think not necessarily for yourself. I mean, to meet people, but for yourself to gain new habits and hobbies and stuff. Self-improvement, which would be even more beneficial for your future relationship.
Nice. That's well said. Backstage Ed, your thoughts on using classes to meet people of the opposite sex?
Daymation.
This guy.
That's his representative.
What did he just say? He said claymation.
He meant to say inclination, but
Inclination.
No,
He said claymation.
He think he's Patrick Swayze now.
No, claymation.
This is not ghost. I know you watch a lot of movies.
They do have classes.
I
Ceramic.
know, but you've
ceramic.
never taken one.
I have taken ceramic
Yeah,
class.
right, and you
In
failed.
All right, so call it ceramic. Don't call it claymation. You act like you playing with Play-Doh.
This is not
Like,
David
really?
and Goliath rodeo. I know you're doing a church
Oh
event
my
today.
gosh.
Backstage classes. Sign up for classes. That a great way to meet women.
Yes, yeah, because I mean, going out and just getting into a different atmosphere, different type of different things, and then also you meet a lot of people that can open up your horizons to different new things as well, like with art classes, cooking classes, as well as
What's the last time you took a class?
well, me, just about like 2 months ago,
What was that
What was
class?
it?
I took
5
an
hour
art class.
course.
Art class.
Yeah, because I usually do a
Did
lot
you
of
meet a
art and
woman?
stuff
Nude
like that.
art, like the nude art drawing people.
Well, not the no abstract.
I've done that
Abstract
once.
art.
Yeah, abstract art.
You've done
your
the
dream?
Done that?
Yeah.
In his
Who'd you
dream
have
that
to
he
paint?
woke up.
Huh?
Who'd you have to paint?
I wasn't
guy.
painting no man.
Some guy.
No.
Yeah.
The person who I was
he
with was
walked
very upset.
He
I'm like,
walked,
no.
he walked in
They
and
were
saw that
painting
man laying there.
porn.
That's how
They were
he said,
painting
"You know what,
porn.
baby? You know what, baby?
I'll
Wait,
be-
hold on, I forgot I had a meeting."
I'll be at Cheesecake Factory at the bar. That's what I told her. Hit the I'm sorry. Sapphire, your thoughts on classes? Is that a great way to meet somebody? At the gun range or something like that?
I think it's the gun range, absolutely, absolutely the gun range.
She shoot shots all day long. That's all. We all know that.
But I think when you take classes is a way to meet new and interesting people. I'm not sure maybe if you're going to go there
Beautiful
to
life.
maybe meet your significant partner, but I think it's a great way if you know you want to maybe just explain the people you know, just meeting great people, new friends, just different environments. I think classes are good.
He paints, he stops her from crying, and he's got a good job. Winner. Yes.
Classes, yes. I take a class every Monday and Wednesday
How to drink.
Spin
at
class.
a local drink, at a local
How to drink.
class.
at a local aerobics location in the Bronx. Spin class.
I'll
tell you right now.
Bay Plaza, guys. Meet
God
Justin
bless
there.
spandex and God bless the teacher that makes us stand up.
Shimmer the
and
higher
spin
glory.
class.
That's what.
Amen. That's
Yeah.
all
You
I
are
have to say.
disgusting.
Don't go in the tongue.
You are horrible.
Let's
That's
move
actually
on.
kind of nasty.
Speaking of gym, that is the next one. Hit the gym. Just to make the point again, the goal here is not to scroll up and hit on someone mid-workout. That's tactless, and
no,
it
it's
sends the
not. Happens all
wrong
the
message. But going to the gym puts you in a situation where you're pursuing an admirable goal in visible way.
Yes.
Rodeo, your thoughts? Hitting the gym, great way to meet a woman.
Do you go to gym?
Yeah, but the
Not
thing
the
is
juice
that
bar, though.
no, the thing is that yeah, but when I go to gym, I just put the headphones. I like to be to myself. I don't like conversating or anything. I
Good
just
for you,
took
Rodeo.
when we went on the trip. I'm by myself.
When you
I
go
know
to
what
the
I'm
gym
saying.
twice a year, that's good. Backstage, Ed, your thoughts? Hitting the gym, is that a great way to meet
Hit the
women?
bag.
What's the fix, honey?
I mean, the gym, not really too much, because not many women really try to go and talk too much in the gym sometimes. Because sometimes they just want to go there and work out. So the gym, I would not really say that
Everybody
is a good
to
place to
themselves.
go and meet.
Let
all
me
the time.
ask our guest Danae.
Outside the
Your thoughts
gym
on
is
the
different.
Definitely not. Do not hit on women
There
at the
you go.
gym.
Yeah.
If I'm doing squats or whatever, and some guys coming up to me trying to talk to me, trying to work out with me, I'm gonna
Baby,
be
you gotta
like,
get them elbows tucked in a
I'm
little
like,
tighter.
get out of here! What are you
Especially,
doing? I'm not
especially
trying.
you laying gas, because some of the women be laying gas when they squat.
Are you meeting?
No, I said some women.
Stop going to Planet Fitness.
No, they be like, you hear like, you got all that gas. What's wrong with you?
Stop going to the local
And they be
Y.
like saying, look, excuse me, but you keep swatting. Stop doing it. Oh,
Stop
okay.
going to the local Y, okay?
I don't go to the
Got
local
the-
Y.
Didn't we have a conversation last time about being too funny can be in the friend zone?
I'm at the gym. I can't
That's
get my
not
weed
being
sweaty.
in. That's not being in the friend zone. Women
Listen,
laying
I think you guys
gas.
are wrong.
All right.
Listen,
The
I
gym.
love the gym.
The gym.
The
I
gym
thought
is
you
the
were saying
best
you
place
love
to
the
meet
gas.
somebody because you actually see their work ethic and how hard they work and how hard they're about their body. So when you see a woman putting in that work, you can only imagine what kind of work she's gonna put in.
And what sneakers she got on?
Exactly. Later on. So I always say, I love going to the gym. Thank God for spandex because some of those women that go to the gym,
Yeah.
oh my God.
That's why you're still single.
That's right. I'm gonna stay that way through 2017.
Wow.
This sounds like
I
a
don't know.
personal
Girlfriend.
attack.
Listen,
Damn.
the gym actually is a great way. Now, are there a lot of pervs at the gym? Absolutely. But for men, I'm gonna tell you why the gym actually is the ideal place. Because a lot of times females are doing exercises wrong. So if you was a guy and you was scouting somebody, then that's a great opener to introduce yourself to someone, to show them, hey, you know, you're doing something a little bit wrong,
You know?
and spark up the conversation. There's so many different people that's going to the gym that want to work out, that get right. So that actually might be a great meeting place. It's just about your delivery.
And it was, I ain't gonna lie, when I went to the gym, it was after you get off, you know, you get off the
everybody's coughing
treadmill.
inside here.
The thing is that
The guy
lady
juice
got the
bar.
no, she actually wiped it down for me because after you get
supposed
off,
to.
but that's but
Wait,
the-
You're supposed to.
she
You're
said
supposed
no.
to wipe it down.
Wait,
no,
wait,
no,
wait,
no,
did
she
you-
got
Well,
up
yeah, but
and
still.
knew
Did
I
you
was
think that was a
sweating.
pass? That she wiped the tank?
She said it's all ready for you.
And what you say after that? Thank you.
I said get out of my way
You
then.
said no, you didn't. You couldn't have said it's already. She said,
No, she said.
there's
She,
no woman gonna tell me at that gym.
she said.
As the way those
it's
women look in that gym.
already-
Hold on,
it's
hold on.
already for
She
you.
said, hey,
Stop.
boo.
She ain't
Stop.
say boo.
I pulled it on it a little bit, but I cleaned it out.
The one laying the gas.
That's the one that lays the gas. Yeah, that's a
Be
fact.
picked up at the gym. I'm
They
telling
do.
you, when
They
they're
do.
wearing the low crop top, you know you have a lot of boobs, ma. You
I've
know you
seen
need
that
more-
pictures at
You
the
know
gym.
you need more than one sports bra. So, because you're not supposed to. Females don't know that when you're jumping up and down, these boobs go.
Well,
they're
'cause
supposed
you
to
would
stay in
know.
place,
You
right?
can wear a sweatshirt.
So I seen a girl. She had it a low cut. I know she just got her body done, but she's working out. Kudos to you. So then the butt was just going.
What
She
gym
knew
was
she-
this?
She knew what she was doing.
He's trying to go to
But
that
I'm
gym.
just saying, females go to the gym now as a meeting place. I'm telling you, a lot of females
I agree with you 100%.
use the gym as a meeting place.
I know.
They want to
Now, let's wrap up. We're with Danae here, and we're still talking about question today is habits that you meet, how you meet men and women, good habits that you meet men and women. And we got one more we want to go on, and in the next, this is kind of unique, but not unique in the sense that it shouldn't be a good thing for Christmas. Find causes you care about and volunteer. Danae, is that a great way to meet a significant other? Sharing the same thought and a cause?
I think so. I think it's important that the two people share, you know, the same type of thoughts, the same type of morals, the same type of, you know, at the end of the day, what you care about. So if both of you are animal lovers, it's a great way to meet somebody if you go and you volunteer at an animal shelter, right? You guys have the same, you guys have the same care for whatever it is, for whatever cause it is. I have a friend actually who is an animal lover. She walks dogs. She trains dogs for her business, and she met somebody by volunteering at an animal shelter.
Where they at now?
Well, they're in Toronto. I mean, it didn't work out for them. It didn't work out for them. But you know, it is a great way.
Didn't work out.
Well, you know, that happens all the time.
It happens without volunteering. Rody, your thoughts on volunteering to meet a significant other or relationship?
Yeah, that's good, but I think when you volunteer, I think you should focus on the task, what you're volunteering for. It ain't a meet and greet. I think it's a time for everything.
That means if it ain't on the couch, it ain't happening. What about you, Sapphire? Volunteering, sharing common goals, good way to meet somebody?
Yeah, I think any place is a great place to meet somebody, kind of generally. So I think that's a good, nice environment to try to meet. You know, you can. I wouldn't say you go there to try, but I think it's a place where you possibly can meet someone.
Backstage?
Yep. You can meet somebody there, especially if you're doing like soup kitchens and stuff like that. You never know who you might meet up in there.
Soup kitchens are really good. That really shows a sincere side.
And you
What
love
about you,
food.
Classic?
I can meet you at the hotel,
Alcohol
at the motel, or the
Oh my
Holiday Inn.
Say what?
If your girl starts acting up, what? Then I'm gonna
you
take
take
your
her
friend.
And I'm so glad I'm wrapping up this show.
That's how I feel right
thank
now.
you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Real quick, where can people reach out to you? You got a book coming up, but where can people reach out to you? Book you?
You guys can follow me on Instagram.
And that is?
D Guerra. So DEEGUERRA. D Guerra.
Oh, it's gonna be D ghetto.
Let's get some poutine today.
No.
Poutine is a perfect day for poutine.
Yes,
Okay.
poutine. Get some.
You want some poutine? I know he want poutine.
With a lot of gravy.
I love a lot.
Yeah, fries,
poutine with gravy.
gravy, and
Look,
cheese
and
curds.
Listen, thank you so much for coming today. Happy
Thank you
holidays
for
to
having me.
Yo, can I get it in the morning?